We have heard a few days ago that's Russian maritime reconnaissance aircraft are really interested in an ongoing U.S. submarine exercise near Alaska known as ICEX. ICEX is stand for ICE-X exercise handled by U.S. Navy for course bound for the Arctic region until then carry out by Navy's submarine force and pursue further interest into scientific fields of the Arctic region. The submarines will conduct Arctic transits in which they will surface and break the ice, collect data, and run other training exercise to gain experience working in this region. The United States' first ICE-X exercise in which a submarine surfaced and broke the ice was in 1958. Since then, the United States has conducted more than 26 Arctic exercises, including the ICE Exercise 2009. The importance of this exercise is that the submarine operations to the North Pole provides the required training broaden our knowledge of an extremely challenging region that is very different than any other ocean in the world. Other than collecting data and training in this region, the ICE-X exercise also shows the U.S. Navy's Arctic defense capabilities and readiness for roles in this region, increases the experience of sailing and working in the area, and gathering broader knowledge about this region. Meanwhile, 2-142 long-range anti-submarine crew from the North Fleet completed flight missions over the North Pole and the Atlantic. During the flight, they worked refueling on planes from Il-78 tankers from Russian long-haul aircraft. The duration of the Tu-142 crew's journey on the sea is more than 13 hours. In the near and middle zones, aircraft provided MiG-31 fighters from the North Fleet Mixed Air Regiment. On March 9, Lockheed Martin F-35s of the Royal Norwegian Air Force captured two Russians' reconnaissance aircraft Tupolev Tu-142 and were escorted over the initial part of their journey by Mikoyan MiG-31 fighters. Tupolev Tu-142 is a Russian maritime reconnaissance and anti-submarine warfare (ASW) aircraft derived from the Tu-95 turboprop strategic bomber. A specialized communications variant designated Tu-142 Mr. was tasked with long-range communications duties with Soviet ballistic missile submarines. The spy planes have been intercepted 3 times this week by U.S. and Canadian aircraft, according to the U.S. military. North American Aerospace Defense Command said F-22s, KC-135 Stratotankers and E-3 Sentry aircraft intercepted 2 pairs of Russian Tu-142 maritime reconnaissance aircraft near Alaska. NORAD said the Russian aircraft came within 45 nautical miles of Alaskan coast over the Beaufort Sea but never entered U.S. or Canadian sovereign airspace. The Russian recon planes entered the west and north of Alaska with the western pair of spy planes flying within the Alaskan Air Defense Identification Zone for 4 hours. The recon planes loitered around the ICEX submarine exercise followed by F-22s. On March 9, Tu-142MZ Bear F-Mod 4 aircraft conducted a long-distance flight over the Arctic from their Russian Far East base at Monghotka. During the mission they overflew U.S. Navy submarines that had surfaced through the sea ice at the temporary Camp Sea Dragon base during the annual ICEX exercise. They were escorted by Canadian CF-18 Hornets and U.S. Air Force F-22 Raptors. 2 more Tu-142s were intercepted over the North Atlantic by RAF Typhoons on March 11, while on March 12 Typhoons were launched to identify and escort 2 Tu-160 Blackjack bombers.